Alright, this is 36 valid Sudoku, and essentially how this question works is that you're given a 9 by 9, which is a Sudoku board, right? And you're trying to check if this is valid, right? And these are the rules, right? Each row must contain 1 through 9 without repetition, right? These are the rows. There's 9 rows. And then each column, same thing, 1 through 9, no repetition. And then each of the 9 sub boxes. So in this case, it's these boxes outlined, right? 1 through 9, no repetition, same thing. And how we want to go about this is, well, first, 9 is the lucky number in this question, right? So we want to instantiate some rows, right? We want some rows, we want some columns, and then we want some boxes, right? Because that's what we're trying to look for. And we're trying to check if it's valid. So we're trying to check for these 3 rules. And so to do this, we could do it like this. We want a set, right, and then the variable name doesn't really matter, in range of n. And actually we could just do it like this, where this one's columns, and then this one's boxes. And pretty much what we're doing is we're making 9 rows, right? 9 empty rows, 9 empty columns, and 9 empty boxes, and they're sets. So while we're looping through the arrays, looping through the Sudoku board, we're basically gonna fill this up so we track any digits that repeat. And so how we're going to loop through this is basically we're going to do for rows in range n, and this is pretty standard. So then we do for columns in range n, right? And then now we want to check, right? So this is the input. If there's a dot, then we just basically continue. And let's see, we do this like this. If the value is equal to a period, then pretty much we just continue, right? We continue to the next iteration. And then now we want to check the row. Now, if the value in the rows at the row, right, then you return false. So what this is saying is that if there already is a value in this row, then it's repeated, right? That's what that's saying. And then we're going to do rows. If not, then rows.add. And then we want to add it to the set. Now this is to keep track if we see another one of these numbers in the row. And so now we want to do the same thing, but for the column. So we can just do this. Pretty much same thing, right? If this one's columns, C, columns, C, right? Doing the same thing, but this time just for the columns. And then now we want to check inside of the 4 boxes. Inside of the 9 boxes, which is right here, the 9 smaller boxes. And how we're going to do this is we want to check inside the box. We have an index, right? And this is the algorithm for the index. We integer divide by 3, the row, right? And then we multiply by 3. And then we add the column integer divided by 3. Now how does this work, right? Let's say we're looking at row, let's see this number, 6, right? This is row 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 0, 1, 2, 3, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, row 6, and then this is row 5, and then 8, right? So in this case, it would be r is equal to 5, and then column is equal to 8. Now we're trying to find what box it's in. And essentially this is in 0, 1, 2, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. it should be, the answer should be 5, right? So if we do 5, 3, right? And then times 3 plus, and then we do 8, 3. And essentially what this is doing, right, is, so basically we're getting, this is the row, so 5 divided by 3 is what? That's 1, and then it rounds down, so it'd be 1. So the row would be 0, 1, right? Which is the second row of boxes, 0, 1. This is 1. And then the column would be 8 divided by 3, which should be 2. So it would be, the column would be 0, 1, 2. And then we multiply by 3 to get the starting box, right? So this would be 1 times 3. And then essentially you just add it together. So then 3 plus what? 3 plus, this was 2, it would be 5. And so 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's what we said the answer was. And that's pretty much how you find the box. And essentially, the whole purpose of this, to find the box, is that we want to check. So if the value is in boxes at index, right? Then you return false because there's a duplicate. And then you do pretty much what we did before, boxes at index, and then you dot add the value. And if no duplicates, then you just return true. Right? This should work. If value is equal to 0, you continue. What's oh, I guess we didn't initialize value, right? So let's do it right here. So then value, right? Oh, the value is at R and C. So value is equal to, where is it? Board at R and at C. So we traverse through, right? This should work now. Yeah. So that's pretty much how this works. 36, valid Sudoku.